Tiffany Coleman. Present. Alma Hall. Alma Hall.
She's trying to unmute. She said present. We can see her.
Okay. Judy Lamore.
Present.
And of course, the principal, Dr.
Present. The
Okay.
principal, present.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people are available. We have a quorum.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Our first order of business, we do have a quorum, so now we can move to our action items. Our first order of business is to approve the agenda. This was provided to you in the email. However, if you were unable to see the attachment, we have for action items approval of the agenda and approval of the previous minutes. Discussion items are the optional school uniform overview. The information items are the principal's report and the cluster advisory team report. And then we have announcements about upcoming dates at FLS and GOTeam courses and survey. Are there any changes to the agenda? Okay. May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I motion.
Second.
A second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye, Jessica Tucker.
I, Judy Lamore.
I, Alma Hall.
I, Tiffany Coleman.
I, Ashley Herbert.
I, Stephanie Powell.
All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Please say abstain. All right. The secretary has noted the motion, the second, and the votes from each member. We will review and approve the meeting minutes from our last meeting. The minutes were provided to you in the attachment as well. Are there any, and they're also available on the school's website. Are there any corrections to the previous minutes? If there are no corrections, may I have a motion to approve the previous meeting's minutes?
I motion. Tiffany Coleman.
A second?
I'll second Alma Hall.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye, Jessica Tucker.
I, Judy Lamore.
I, Alma Hall.
I, Ashley Herbert.
I, Tiffany Coleman. I, Stephanie Powell.
Any all opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. The secretary has noted our motion, our second, and how many members have voted and how each member has voted. I apologize. Our first, hold on. Okay, there we are. We will now move to the discussion items on our agenda. First, we have the optional school uniform overview. You have the floor, Ms. Herbert.
Hi, Ms. Baptiste, can you share slide 15? We'll share the slideshow, please. Yes, Ms. Hall? Oh, your hand's raised.
No. Oh, is it? Interesting.
Okay. Well, while she's sharing this slide, I'll start. So right now we have voted for the school uniforms to be any type of shoes the students want to wear. Blue or navy blue or tan khakis, yellow polo or white polo or a yellow polo and a cardigan. And go to slide 2, Batiste. So right here, we are here in our timeline, May through August. It says today for our discussion, GOTeam's discussion on communication to the communities to the community. So we're going to discuss on how we're going to inform the community. How we're going to inform the community about the notification of us having uniforms for the 2025-2026 school year. Batiste, go to slide 15. Keep going. Okay, stop right here. So this was a survey that had to be submitted that was due this Friday by May 9th about our decision to actually have uniforms. So with this, I went ahead and I submitted all of our artifacts, and I also submitted all of our recordings from the GOTeam of when we voted. Go to the next one, Batiste. And so right here, the floor is open. So the discussion topic, how will we inform the community about the implementation of uniforms for the 2025-2026 school year? As of now, I have the idea that we could actually go ahead and send out a letter or put it on Class Dojo, but does anybody have any other suggestions?
I think we should post it to our school website as well. Especially since we're closer to the summer break. So some parents do check the school website for things. You already have Class Dojo. We can send it out now with letters, like you said already, and even maybe the after school program. They could also help to get the word out to the parents of the ones who come there. And I would even say if we could signage, like in the neighborhoods.
Okay.
Yeah, add a robocall to that.
Okay, robocall.
And I don't think I heard flyer, but a flyer to start sending out.
Okay.
I know we want to send out a letter to let everyone know that we will be going to uniforms. I think the next thing after that is to also start to identify areas in our community where uniforms can be purchased so that we can. So the first round of communication is we're going to uniforms. The next round of communication is we're going to uniforms and this is where you can get them. Um, um, just in case, and that is something that could potentially run throughout the summer, as we also start to try to collect uniforms from other areas from various partners. So we'll have some at the school.
Okay.
And Dr. McIntyre, also, as we get closer to the end of the school year, just to for our parents who pick up our students, just already start hyping them up for the fact we can put signs in front of the school as well, so that they'll already know that for the upcoming school year, this is what you need to start purchasing for your kids for next school year.
Yeah, I can imagine a sign coming soon. Uniforms to FLS.
Exactly. You got to start hyping it up now. So that over the summer, when they start the school shopping, they already know what we should be getting.
Yes,
When
Question.
is the last day of school?
the 28th.
May 28th. Well, we should give them flyers every
I think it's
Friday from now until the end of school and the last day of school.
The uniforms
Told me you had a
are,
question.
yeah, they're still optional, right? or is this a
Yes.
mandate?
No, they're
Yes.
mandated. The actual uniform itself is optional, whichever combination you choose.
Yeah,
That's
once
the
we
option.
I'm sorry. What happened now?
go ahead.
I mean, I thought when we voted that the parents had the option to wear uniforms or not. So are we going full blown? Man, I must have missed that because I voted against. I was outvoted, so I'm now confused. I thought it was optional.
Ms. Herbert, can you clarify for us, please?
So we had the option to actually, as a school, to choose uniforms. So we had the initial vote. We voted as a team that we're opting in to actually implement a uniform. Now and uniforms have to be actually mandated now. So she can wear, different colors, but long as it just stays on the lines of the FL Stanton colors.
One of the
So they
go
had
ahead.
there is no option to just wear what you want to wear. Everyone has to wear a uniform.
Exactly,
So
they have to wear uniforms.
yeah. So the optional part was for us to decide whether we wanted uniforms or not. I think something that we have a that we can decide at as a school is that we might do a day a week where we might say, wear what you want or that kind of thing.
I have a question. So for students who don't wear the uniforms, what actions will be taken?
Those are some things I think we probably need to decide on. And we get a chance to decide on that. I don't know that that's a go team thing. I'm definitely
That
willing
was
to.
not on our plate.
I was
That
gonna
was
say
not on our.
I am willing to take suggestions from the go team, though. As some options that we can think about. But as a school community, normally that's where the consequences and that sort of thing come into play as a school. Um, which is why I mentioned us having uniforms at the school as well. And so potentially if kids come without a uniform, then we can, maybe offer an option to be able to, we're not sending anybody home, so you can, purchase or whatever. We can make some decisions about giving kids uniforms. We might give to a certain point and then after that you have to purchase. Something like we can kind of think about that as a leadership team as well. But I'm willing to take suggestions about that.
This is Judy. I'm sorry I can't be on camera. I'm driving. I would ask, is there consideration of allowing FL Stanton t-shirts as part of the uniform for kids that already have them? And if that is the case, if we could potentially consider also allowing kids to wear their Camp Jenny t-shirts as part of the uniform to encourage them earning their spot in that program.
You can definitely note that as a suggestion.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I'll take any other suggestions as well.
Having the uniforms in school is a good option. Also, if it's not exactly the uniform shirt that's purchased from a specific vendor, at least having the colors available that you can get through donations. I'd be happy to donate some things, and I'm sure people in our church would donate some things in various sizes and various colors. They'll go out and buy them and just give them to you. So we can always have them on hand, but the children have to return them at the end of the day. So, and take back their own clothing. That becomes an issue too. Whose is whose?
So the first form of
I would think
communication.
that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, Ms. Coleman.
And I was just thinking that returning clothes at the end of the day would pose a hygiene issue.
Yeah, you have to wash them. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
And
yeah.
if anybody's clothing that, let's say you took off a black shirt off some young man and you give it back to him, if there are stains or anything on it, they may have to be put in a plastic bag separate until he gets it later on at the end of the day. Because if it's not, if there's anything damaged, the parent may come up and say the school damaged it Yeah, there's some tricky things involved, but normally, I mean, we've done it in the past, and you don't get anything near as severe as that. Most parents understand, some just can't afford it, and you just kind of chip in for them whatever you can. So, and that happens. Somebody donates a couple of days worth of uniforms to a family in need. So that does happen.
Okay. Continue. My apologies.
Won't apologize with it. I think that was a great question.
Do you guys think the teachers should wear uniforms as well?
We've done that too. We've done that in the
I
past.
think it will make the kids that don't want to wear uniforms feel a bit better about it. I do. I think it may make way smoother transition. But I can guarantee you, my upcoming third grader is about to have a whole meltdown when she finds that she got to wear uniform next year. And there may be some other kids that feel like her, and it may make the transition better if the teacher that they have now fallen in love with is also wearing uniforms.
That's a good point.
It was something to note to take to the faculty.
Okay.
But also we should take the time to explain to the children why uniforms may be important, especially from a safety issue and from an issue of belonging and camaraderie, and conformity, which is necessary in some instances. Uh, so those are the kinds of things that we kind of explain to the children ahead of time.
It's from personally speaking, it's been more of a bully issue that made us transition away from uniforms. We started uniforms, we transitioned away from the uniforms. So and she's not the only kid in her class group that had that problem, that now have also transitioned away from uniforms. So that little group likes to bicker, and I can't speak for the whole school. I only have one child there, but that's why I suggested maybe if the faculty would be willing to do the same, then it would eliminate some of the feeling of being fear of being bullied again for abiding by the uniform policy.
Yeah, thank you for that, adding that historical context too.
No problem.
Okay. Any other
Any other? Yeah.
I, I was waiting on you, but you go ahead, Miss Tucker.
Oh, okay. Are there any other suggestions for our discussion question? All right, Miss Herbert, do you have anything else for us?
Not this moment. I just have the first round. We're going to actually inform the community about the uniforms, make via robocall, flyer, passing out flyers, the community center. And in the second round, we're actually going to inform the community about where to actually buy the uniforms and our partners as well.
I think you got everything, Miss Herbert.
Can you, Miss Herbert, will you also make a note for that faculty discussion about the faculty wearing uniforms, and also a discussion about potentially having some time where our scholars are not wearing the uniform? Like, are there any days where
Like a
they might not?
Friday kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And they
Yeah,
could,
where they might not.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Herbert. And thank you everyone for your contribution to the discussion. We are moving along to our information items. We have our principals report, followed by the cluster advisory team report.
Okay, so principal's report is very short. Uh, so we had our parent or family engagement night, what we are calling APTT. and it included an egg hunt, several activities. So we had an egg hunt. We had pictures with a bunny. We had some games and a movie, as well as a parent meeting. And so at the parent meeting, Miss Baker and I were able to share some student data. So the same data that I shared with the Go team, I also shared with parents for past milestones data as well as MAP data for the year. So we were able to share that with parents and to solicit some support with making sure that our scholars were moving towards proficiency. And Ms. Baker then also gave some information about the upcoming Georgia milestones, which we are currently in the throes of Georgia milestones right now. And just to give some information about the types of tests they would be taking, what it would involve, and also how we needed parent support. And then we also had a presentation by our Camp Jenny partners to just present what happens at camp, a great video about what happens at Camp Jenny, and also provided some information around frequently asked questions. So we started that application process. So I think the applications are now starting to roll in for Camp Jenny. So the the family engagement night, we feel like it was a success. I think we have between 35 and 45 parents to show up. So, that's a representation of at least 35 to 45 kids. I'd like to think more because we had several families that had multiple children. It was also a fundraiser as well, and that provided some success for us also. So, um, the I think the night was a success. We're looking forward to having more family engagement nights for year, next school year. So at least having one a quarter, where we can engage the families. We can have something fun as well as academic, and also provide some dinner. Um, but those family engagement nights, along with, of course, our presentations of the arts as well. But we want to definitely have some times where we can engage our families and share with them the data so that they know the progress that their scholars are making as well. So we're excited about that for this year as well as next year.
Any questions for Dr. McIntyre? Thank you so much, Dr. McIntyre. We are moving to our cluster advisory report. Ms. Coleman?
Unless Miss Coleman missed the meeting, we haven't had one, so I don't have a report.
Well, thank you so much, Ms.
You're
Coleman.
so very welcome.
And what's interesting, Miss Coleman and I were at the last meeting together, the virtual meeting together. I think that was our last one, Miss Coleman.
Yeah, I
And
thought so too. It's only four
yeah,
of them, right?
yes, and we did update about the goals that were set for the cluster, which are around attendance. I will speak for Stanton. I can't speak for the cluster. But for Stanton, it looks like we are on track to be able to meet our school improvement goal for attendance. So we are really excited about that. I think that part of that is because now we are back in the building. And so we are closer to the community. So next year, we will really have our work cut out for us because now the real work will begin in improving our attendance rate. Now that we'll have a full year under our belt for getting back to the building.
Good.
Getting everybody back to the hill with where all the hope is.
Right.
Back to the
We,
scene of the crime. That's
yeah,
right.
we are the hope on it. I'm affectionately
Hope on
calling
the
ourselves
hill.
the hope on the hill. So
Hope
we're
on the
getting
hill. There
everybody
you go.
back to the hope on the
I
hill.
love it.
Well, thank you both for tag teaming that one for us and filling us in. We appreciate that. We are now moving into our Announcements. Upcoming dates at FLS from Dr. McIntyre, and I'll finish with the other announcements.
So I'm gonna try to share my screen and let's see how this works out. Okay.
When you get to it, Dr. McIntyre, I have some updates on Camp Jenny.
Okay. Um, is this right? Let's see here. Yay. Okay. All right. So, as I was saying before, we are in the throes of Georgia milestones. We are now on week 2. This is the 4th grade week. So, the first week was 3rd grade and 5th grade. They took 3 sections of English language arts and 2 sections of math. And then this week, 5th grade took 2 sections of science, and 4th grade is taking 3 sections of English language arts and 2 sections of math. So we should be finished with the main administration of testing by the end of this week, and then we have next week to complete our makeups. We've been doing rolling makeup assessments, so if kids are out as scholars come back, we are testing them right away. So it has been great. We are planning for Field Day, which is next Friday on May 16th. We are really excited about Field Day. This year, Field Day will be in a new location. We will be at the park. So we are having fun at the park for our Field Day, and the parents are invited. So that's also something new. So we will have a day full of activities, for our scholars. So begin your prayers now for no rain. Um, and we will have a good time. We are planning for our award ceremonies for 1st through 5th grade on the 22nd. And then our scholars will leave for Camp Jenny. We'll finish those announcements at the end, Miss Judy. Camp Jenny will be the 23rd through the 26th, so they'll come back after Memorial Day or on Memorial Day, and then still have some days of school. So this is new, and only because the Memorial Day weekend isn't although it's the last weekend in the month, we still have several days afterwards. And so we normally are in school until the 27th, 28th, 29th. It just so happens that Memorial Day is usually after that, and it's not this time. Our kindergarten awards program is on the 28th at 9, and our 5th grade awards program is that same day at 11. And then the last day of school is May 29th, and post planning will be that Friday I think that's the Friday, May 30th. And I'll turn the rest of the announcements over to Ms. Tucker and then Ms. Judy.
All right, GOTeam members. Please be sure to check your emails for anything from the GOTeam office. They have courses that need to be completed and checked off, and they have a survey that is available now. It is in your email. It is not something that we can forward to each other. It is sent to you, so you have to get it from your email. We also have they announced that who they announced the results of the voting. So thank you guys for voting me back onto the GOTeam. I appreciate that. Yay, go, Miss Tucker. And that is
Coleman.
it. Just please make sure you guys check your emails and do the survey and complete the courses by the time that they put on there. From my understanding, you would get an email if you have not completed those items as well. So please just check your email so that we can be in compliance and we can start the school year off right next school
Ask a
year.
question. Did everyone receive I want to make sure everyone actually received the email.
Yes.
This is Judy. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I received it.
Yes.
I haven't had a chance to respond yet, but
Okay.
I'll get back in there. And I'm not sure, I think I roll off the GOTeam at some point, but I'm not sure. I'll have to call their office and find out.
Ms.
But,
Hall, it will tell you at the bottom of your email
Yes.
if you scroll all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, it did. One of them said that I would roll off this year, but then another one just didn't say anything. So I'm assuming I'm still on, because they also said that I needed to take the financial report course, but I know I did that a long time ago. I don't know if it has to be repeated within a certain period of time. I don't know. I need to call the
That
office and
part is
find out.
possible. It is
Yeah.
possible that it has to be done again.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
call and find out what it is.
okay.
Is
And
that
if you
the
just
same thing
email,
for the, I'm sorry, the new members? They told me how to do a new members orientation, but clearly this is my second term.
well, everybody still has to do the new members. From my
Oh,
understanding, everybody
okay.
still has to do it.
I didn't have to do it last year, but I guess it's because I'm starting my term over. I have to do it again.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That was the same discussion I had about having to run for GOTeam again, because I was serving out someone else's term from the last time. So this was just finishing up a term. So the new term starts this next school year. So
Okay.
yes, you do have, everybody has to do the new member orientation if you are a part
Oh,
of GOTeam. Yes.
yay.
Exciting.
I'm so excited.
I received the email, but I've completed all my courses, and I think it indicated that I needed to take the course, and I've finished everything.
So email the GOTeam office as well, because there was something with one of my courses as well that I definitely took and I waited to hear back from them. Just be patient with them. They're doing a lot of closeouts and things with other schools and, well, with us and everybody else. But definitely send them an email to let them know, because I believe on the, where do we take the courses? It's on Ellis. It wasn't it after I finished, it didn't give me the credit. So I passed the course, I took the test, and nothing was marked. So I don't know what was going on with that. So I did email them. I sent a screenshot just to let them know that everything was completed on there, and just wait to hear back from them. And if you don't, can you just let one of us know? Because I know Dr. McIntyre can definitely get in contact with somebody for us. She will definitely find it out
Okay.
for us. She does that.
Okay, because I printed out the completion, so I noticed on the email, I
Awesome.
think it indicated that, and I was like, no, everything should be cleared.
The fact
Yeah.
that you printed it out is a positive. So yes, email them and let them know that you have the completed certificate. But if you do not hear back from them, please let me know.
Okay, I will, and I look for the survey.
Okay.
And Miss Judy, you
Yes.
can go ahead with
Okay.
Camp Genie.
Awesome. Well, we are super excited that Camp Jenny is close. We have finalized our staffing and our schedule. The theme again for this year is Inside Out. And so we'll be exploring the impact of our emotions on behaviors and on, how we operate in the world. We're very excited of the different programs that we're going to be offering this year. As Dr. McIntyre mentioned, applications went out. I'm coming to collect the first round of applications on Monday morning, and then we'll be back again on Friday for field day. And of course, we will be present in the building on the 23rd to collect applications when we collect luggage and medication to load the buses and go up to camp. We also held 2 drop-in information sessions yesterday for parents who had more questions. The morning session was not attended, but the evening session was very well attended. And I was able to answer a lot of parent questions and share like a video tour of camp, which a lot of parents appreciated. So that was really good. And we are really excited to have a great camp this year.
Thank you, Miss Judy, and always thank you to you and Camp Jenny for always supporting our scholars and our school with everything that we do. Also wanted to thank Miss Alma for heading up the sponsorship of our 5th grade t-shirts. So our scholars do not have to pay for t-shirts. She set that up. So thank you so much,
Thank you.
Miss Hall.
Thank you. And credit also goes to our outreach director, Dawn Brockington Shaw. And that's the person I go to when I need money. So she's the one who actually puts in the requisition for those checks to be cut. So just want to give her a shout out as well.
Grateful. Thank you. I know one thing I missed. I'm sorry. This week is Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yes, it is.
So we are very excited. I think the teachers are being celebrated tremendously. I'm a little biased, but I don't know, Ms. Tucker and Ms. Herbert would have to say whether or not that's true or not, whether or not they feel celebrated and appreciated. But
I
we've
feel
been
celebrated
having
and
a good time.
appreciated.
We have definitely had things every day. Real good so far. It's only Wednesday. I can't wait for tomorrow and for Friday.
But yeah, y'all got something good.
And then I even got a t-shirt to wear on Friday
Yes,
that
we
I
do.
did not have to pay for. So
And that's gonna be like our first promotion for all the teachers being in one uniform as well. So
Cool.
haha, yes, it will.
My son told me about the teacher snacks.
And
What
we
are the
posted
teacher
some
snacks?
Miss Batiste posted pictures to Class Dojo of the color wars that we had for teacher
Second
appreciation.
grade took the win.
Ah,
Okay. We're in a meeting.
Oh,
She's
I'm a
only
little
saying that because
salty.
5th grade lost.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know,
a
I know,
little
I know.
salty because Purple did not win. However, it was a good time. We all had a good time after school shopping our colors and things of that nature. It was just a good time, a fellowship. There's Miss Batiste. There's Miss Batiste showing our color wars. But it was just an overall good time. The kids were excited. We were excited. So thank you so much for that.
Awesome.
And do we have any other announcements?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Field day, open park. We got some security coming, or
Yep.
okay, thank you. That was my mama nerves. I just needed to know. That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm good now.
got you covered.
All right. We have reached the end of our agenda. Is there any additional business at this time? May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I
Motion to
motion.
adjourn. Go ahead. Somebody else is doing it.
I motion to adjourn. Tiffany Coleman.
Okay.
A second.
Alma Hall, I second.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye, Jessica Tucker.
I, Judy Lamore.
I'm
Hi, Ashley Herbert.
I, Tiffany Coleman.
I, Alma Hall.
I, Stephanie Powell.
All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much
Thank you.
for making my
ladies have
first
a
year at
wonderful
GOTeam
summer.
great.
Yeah.
And you've been super
Yes,
awesome,
sir.
Dr. McIntyre. Thank you for coming in and jumping right in.
Right
with
in.
GOTeam. You know,
Tucker,
and-
did you need me to do anything for attendance?
No, Miss Powell. Do you
Yes.
mark Miss Lumumba? Okay.
I did mark her present. I just don't know when she came in. So for the voting, was she able to vote during any of the voting?
No,
Okay.
No.
I didn't vote.
Okay.
She came in at 5.
Okay.
Hold on, I can tell you exactly what time. I'll let you know, Miss Powell, because I knew exactly what time it was when she came
I was in the car. I had just pulled up. I said, "Oh God, I'm supposed to be in a meeting."
It was 5:34 when she came in.
Okay. I just want to make sure that everybody that voted was in there.
I took a shot for you when I took a picture. I try to make sure. Thank you guys so much. Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.